Hello. Is anyone there? Hello, hello, hello. It's 8 o'clock. Is anyone online? We are planning an event today. Have I started? Is this working? Hello, anyone here? Can anyone hear me? Can anyone see me? Is anyone there? Am I online? Why am I not online? Should be planning an event. Maya is 10 to 13. Can anyone see me? Okay, I have one person viewing me, one person online with me. 2 people, fantastic. If you could see me. My name is Rob. Just write in your chat. What's your name? Where are you at the moment? And how are you? So just write into the chat. What's your name? Where are you? And how are you? My name is Rob. I'm in Rome. And I'm very well. Good evening, Marco. How are you? Oh, where are you, Marco, as well? So tell me, where are you? Are you in Italy? Probably. Marco Antonelli from Pontilungo. Hi, Marco. How are you? You doing good? Hello, Ginger's Tips and Sips. How are you? You're in Pontilungo too. Yeah, well, I think we're all just waiting for it to stop, Marco. But I'm glad you're doing okay. Is anyone else with us? Care to share? I'm good, Marco. Thank you. Just at home, basically, like everyone else. Anyone else there? I have 5 people watching. Care to share your names? Laura. You haven't missed anything, Laura, from Verona. We are just finding out who is here and who isn't here. But glad to see you're here. Verona, no idea where Verona is. I want to say in the north, but my Italian geography is terrible. Where's Verona? Okay, perfect. Okay, nice. It's nice to have you here, Laura. Or Laura, I should say. All right. Well, because today we're talking about planning an event. Care to give me some examples? Of events. Okay. I will visit Verona one day. Hopefully, once everything clears up, I can go to Verona. Okay, Marco. Have you been to Verona, Marco? Okay, interesting. All right. Well, I imagine there are lots of events in Verona, but we're going to talk about planning events and talking about sort of international events around around the world, and also how we can plan and promote an event. Cool. So, tell me some events. Name some events. So, for example, the World Cup, the Football World Cup, or the Euros, the Football Euros. These are some examples of events. A wedding, yeah, lovely, Laura. A concert. Yeah. Anything else? Any specific events you can think of, like festivals? In I suppose in England you have Glastonbury, would be a famous festival. Any famous festivals or events you can think of in Italy? Write them down, please. The Olympics, Expo. What's Expo, Marco? Is it like a technology event? Expo? See, Biennale. So I heard about the Biennale, Laura, but have no idea what it is. But I have heard of the Biennale, but just don't know. Is it the one with lots of boats? The Biennale? Like all the boats heading into the city? I'm not actually sure. Tell me, what is the Biennale of Venice? Tell me. Biennale. Am I even pronouncing that correctly? Biennale. Have you gone? Okay. Well, I'll find out what the Biennale is one day, even if you don't tell me. We're going to start. I've got a couple of questions about some events, and you can just talk to me about these questions. Do you follow any international events? If so, which ones? So, for example, I always follow. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Marco. All the information is coming at once. So the expo is like a great exposition. It stands for all over the world. Okay. Okay, it sounds interesting. Whereas this is the Biennale. It's all about the architecture. Oh, okay. So all within the. Okay. Thank you, Laura. Don't worry. If there's a delay, we'll just have a very slow conversation. So is the exhibition? It's the Biennale where you wear the masks in Venice, where everyone wears the masks. Or is that a thing? Have I just invented that now? The Biennale. And Marco, you're saying the exhibition? Oh, okay. Like the French one in 1899. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, cool. It's all with the masks. I think I know the one you're talking about. Only from movies. I've never been to Venice, but sounds lovely. But what about outside outside Italy? Do you follow any international events? So, for example, I would follow the World Cup for football. I love football. Also, things like the Oscars. I keep. I don't watch the Oscars, but I know what happens and I follow who wins and who loses. What about you, Laura, Marco, or anyone else? Do you follow any international events? Or even something like the carnival in Brazil? Sure, there's some carnival in Brazil. Or the Euros, the football Euros, which has just been cancelled, I think. Champions League final. Event. The Chinese New Year. Do you follow any international events? Write them down. I suppose, have you ever participated in any events as well? I don't know if there's any events you would like to participate? Marco, thank you very much. Same for the Oscars, yeah. Do you watch the Oscars? I don't think anyone actually watches the Oscars. You know who wins and you know who loses, but I never watched it. It just seems very boring. Olympics, yeah, definitely the Olympics. Yeah, thanks, Marco, for writing it all in one message. Yeah, I'd say Olympics is definitely worth watching. Especially because there's loads of sports that I've never even heard of. In the Olympics. What about participation? Have you ever participated in any events? Well, exactly, Laura. The Oscars is so boring. Why would you watch it? Also, late at night, like the Super Bowl as well. So late and so boring. Why would you bother? But no, I'm similar to you, Marco. I do like sport events and football events. What about participation? Oh, of course. Are you, Marco? For the So what does that involve if you participate in the Nobel, like the Nobel Prizes? Of course. Anything else? Laura, what about you? Have you ever participated in an event? Glastonbury. I went to Glastonbury last year, which is a music festival. I suppose I participated in that. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not sure. I wouldn't say so. Events are usually more like things like festivals, I suppose. But I guess Congress is it's more political. But I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I don't know. Events are usually things you sort of go to, sort of to watch something or to have fun, I guess. So I'm not sure if we could count Congress as an event. Um, okay, that's class. That'll be loads of fun. Um, so who did you see? Any famous bands that I would know, Laura? Or was it mainly Italian music, or was it mainly English music, or was it like a mix between the two? What type of sort of festival was it? I guess also how are events advertised in your city? Usually, I'd say it's word of mouth. So you hear about events from other people. I don't know. TV advertisement sometimes, I guess. But I'm not sure. Posters, I guess. I saw posters for Rock and Roma the other day. I think that's a festival here in Rome in sort of July, if it's still happening. I recognize the names definitely. I know I recognize the Smashing Pumpkins. Dream Theater, is it Dream Theater? I've never heard of Dream Theater, but I recognize the name. Definitely Smashing Pumpkins, and I think the Tools as well. But the Dream Theater, I've never heard of before. You know, it sounds like a good event. It's just rock music, I take it. Okay, well, we're going to move on actually and talk about some specific events, what we know about these events. So, we spoke about the Oscars already, and also the Venice Biennale. Is the Carnival of Venice and the Venice Biennale the same event? And also, the Festival of San Fermin at the bottom. I've never heard of. So this one, the Festival of San Fermin, I don't know. And tell me, is the Carnival and the Biennale the same thing? Or are they different? As you can see, my knowledge of Italian events is not good. Is San Fermin an Italian event as well? That's also a question I'd quite like to know the answer to. If anyone wants to help me, just tell me. Biennale, Carnevale, are they the same thing? Okay, San Fermin. What is San Fermin? Can anyone help us? What is the festival of San Fermin? Okay, cool. Maybe it's not Italian. Maybe I've just invented this. I think it's Spanish. Ah, it's Spanish. I think it's the one with the in Pamplona with the bulls. The San Fermin. If you've ever seen the people on the streets and they release lots of bulls, and the bulls chase them down the street and and they have to run away. This would be the festival of San Fermin. The reason why they do it, I have no idea. But San Fermin festival with bulls. That's all we need to know, I think. You've never attended the festival, Laura? Yeah. Also, you missed it. You're going to miss it because of this problem. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. That's rubbish. But maybe next year, Carnival will still be there. Hopefully, Venice will still be there. All right. So I think we know about these events generally, but what about who goes to these events? So what type of people go to the Oscars, for example? People like me and you, or famous people, I suppose. So think about this question: who goes to these events? Google it. It's the one with the bulls. You know the cows, the male cows, the bulls. I'm going to draw a picture of a bull because I kind of drew. It's the bull. That's not a bull. It's a. It looks a little bit like a pig, but I'm trying to draw a bull. Yeah. So thinking about these events, who goes to these events? So the Carnival of Venice and the Venice Biennale. Can anyone go to these events? Is this to the Oscars, Marco? Ah, but Marco, you're too famous for the Oscars, surely. You don't want to go there. Too many paparazzi, I imagine, as well. But yeah, exactly. Laura, thank you. You're a star. Movie directors, actors, fashion bloggers, they all usually go to the Oscars. What about how they are advertised? So, for example, the Olympics. How do they advertise the Olympics? Or what do you think is the best way? Yeah, exactly. Maybe not steaming, but streaming on your PCs. Yeah, definitely. This is for the Oscars, I presume, or the Olympics, even. But advertising the Olympics or these events, how are they usually advertised? Earlier, I said I think it's probably word of mouth. Um, but I don't know. It's because I always think I've never seen an advertisement for the Alessio. You have arrived. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I suppose Biennale means 2 years, I guess. Okay, and it was started in 1895. Okay. Yeah, we were speaking about the Biennale before, Alessio, about it's the one with the masks, we think, generally. And yeah, Olympics, advertised by TV, I suppose, yeah. Although I don't know, I never remember seeing advertisements for the Olympics. I just remember them happening, and people know about them because everyone talks about them. I suppose newspapers and stuff. Okay, we're going to look at some other events now. If you look at these events, we have a Super Bowl. Alessio, don't worry about it. It's no problem. It's a delay with the YouTube, I think, more than you. But just glad you're here now. Okay, so we got these 6 events. We're just going to see if we can complete the gaps with the correct word. So looking at the first one, number 1, just number 1 for the Super Bowl. What do you think goes in the first gap? Perfect, Alessio, thank you. So yeah, an American Football Championship. Well, what about the second one? Yeah, louder. It's football. Football in England is like soccer, but American football is that one, the fake rugby. Exactly. Thank you, the DOS of Milano. What about number 2? The BAFTAs. What goes in this gap? What are the BAFTAs? So we have the American Football Championship. What about the BAFTAs? Smashed it. Fantastic. Louder. Alessio. Perfect. Yeah. For film and TV. Have you ever watched the BAFTAs? Yeah, it's like the English Oscars. Exactly. So it's exactly the same as the Oscars. As boring as the Oscars. But it's British. So slightly less boring than the Oscars. What about a premiere? A premiere. It's the opening event for a new what? A new beer? A premiere. A premiere, sorry. A premiere. So a premiere. Film. Yeah, premiere is an opening event for a new film. So Laura, you have also watched the BAFTAs. Am I right? The BAFTAs is very boring, but just a little bit less boring than the Oscars. I might be biased, though. Yeah, but yeah, a premiere is the opening event for a new film. Comic-Con? What about Comic-Con? Alessio, Laura, we have lost Marco. Where has Marco gone? Less boring. Thanks, Laura. I'm glad we agree. What about Comic-Con? Come on. Entertainment and comic. Yeah, convention. Yeah, convention. Usually, it's a sort of a. It's in a large hall, and there's lots of different stations where you can go and sort of meet people from different comics, I suppose, or get things signed, or they talk about newly released movies or comic movies, or and usually people dress up, don't they? They dress up in some sort of costumes, comic con costumes, I guess, like of Batman or Superman or something. What about Oktoberfest, the world's largest what festival? So, Oktoberfest. What do you think? We only have two options left. I think we can maybe go through these quite quickly. Beer Festival, perfect, Laura. And Fashion Week. What is Fashion Week? Our final gap. Tell me. The week where fashion designers present their. We know it's seasonal work. Yeah. Okay. This is Fashion Week. Okay, so it's set in all about not only Munich. Is that yeah? But the main event is in Munich, isn't it? Like the that's where it sort of originated or started, didn't it? I don't know. Okay, well, I've got a quick question. Which event would you like to go to? So we have 6 events. Which one would you like to go to? And also say why you'd like to go to this event. For example, I would love to go to Oktoberfest, mainly because I love beer. Also, haven't I've been to Germany a couple of times and would like to go. Would like to go again. I just think it would be a lot of fun. And you see the people, and they have the glasses of beer, and they're like 4 liters of beer, and I thought it would be quite good fun to go to Oktoberfest. What about you? Write in the chat. Tell me which of these events would you like to go to, and why? Why? So yeah, I think Oktoberfest for me. Thank you, Alessio. Super Bowl. Okay. Oh, fantastic. That's great. So you like American football, Alessio, I presume. And also you like American dishes. I presume this is just burgers. I don't know what other American dishes there are, Alessio, but burgers, definitely. Chicken. I feel like Americans eat a lot of chicken. I don't know, but I always think Americans eat a lot of chicken. You like all American sport. Me too. Baseball, Alessio. I think baseball is a terrible sport, personally. But American football and basketball, I think, are quite interesting. And Laura, what about you? BAFTA, definitely BAFTA awards. Yeah, it would be so much fun with the red carpet and with the too much paparazzi for me and too many paparazzi for me, but it'd be fun. Also, but the event is so long, though. You have to sit and just listen to people talk about how good they are in the movies. I kind of agree with you for Oktoberfest. People are just a bit too drunk after the whole day of drinking. But I think for maybe the first 3 hours, it would be lots of fun. So go to Oktoberfest for 3 hours, and then afterwards go to the BAFTAs. That's the perfect day out. Thanks, Alessio. I definitely think baseball is very boring. Baseball, who even watches the sport? No one watches the sport. People go to baseball just to have a beer, I think. But it's far too boring. Okay, anyone else? We did have a Marco Antonelli, but we seem to have lost him somewhere. But yeah, I kind of agree. Super Bowl would be cool. BAFTA awards would be cool. Oktoberfest would be good. All right, we're going to look at a description of Oktoberfest. Can you just read the description and decide what do you think goes in each of these gaps? So we'll start with the first gap. Oktoberfest is the world's largest beer. What? So what is the world's largest beer? Something. Yeah, I mean that's true. But there's a limit, isn't there, Alessio? You could be a little bit drunk, but once you get too drunk, then it can be a little bit sad in a way. For people watching you, no one wants to watch someone who's had far too much to drink. Marco, you've given your answer. Oktoberfest, yeah. World Cup. That wasn't an option, Marco, but I'm glad you picked something different. Champions League final, definitely. Or movie festivals. I'm glad you're alive. Yeah, I was having dinner. Is perfect. But no, I'm glad you're doing well. No one kidnapped you or anything. So we were looking at this Oktoberfest just before we finish. Tell me what goes in the gaps. Come on, everyone wants to go to Oktoberfest, so tell me the information, please. It's the largest beer what? Hey, Alice. Welcome. We are literally about to finish, Alice, so you have arrived just in time for our final 2 minutes. Yeah, festival, attending, fantastic. Laura, you're on fire. Tell me, what comes after attending? Thank you very much. Culture. Bavarian culture sounds a lot of fun. And served. Yeah. So only beer that's brewed in Munich. That's something I didn't know. I didn't realize it had to be food. It had to be beer made in Munich that before it can be served at Oktoberfest. I thought it was just all beer, but obviously it's something to do with the sort of beer industry or making beer industry. Who knows? All right, I'm gonna go. I need to eat my dinner, like Marco Antonelli. But have a good evening. See you later. See you later. Yeah, hope you have a good evening. Hope all is good. And goodbye. 3, 2, 1.